Hey guys, Carter here from Stardust Drive, back again with another part of the Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles solo Let's Play. So in the first part, we got acquainted with our town, with a bunch of basic shit, and we went and finished Riverbell Path. So this time, we're going to be going over and doing, checking out the first city, and then going to the second dungeon. So basically, once you leave Riverbell Path, you go straight into this cutscene, which basically shows up a story, which we briefly touched upon in the multiplayer Let's Play, but here I'm actually going to give it some focus. So, have you heard of the Black Knight? This is all coming from Soul Rock, so the same guy from the first caravan that you met. Have you heard of the Black Knight? They say he's on a journey to master the art of swordsmanship. Few these days ever set out to better themselves. You would do well to master something before your journey ends. So, it's a little short clip that basically sets up this character called the Black Knight, who's basically a lilty that goes and fights shit. There's a few story missions that pop up. Well, not story missions, but little story cutscenes that pop up with him. But it's a little side, optional story that you can see throughout the game. It doesn't directly involve you, so you can pretty much ignore it if you want to. So basically, here on the left, if you saw this in the first part, this here is the port that is closest to your town. It's named after whatever your town is, so this one's Port Stardrive. Basically, this is where the tutorial would be. So I'm going to show you guys this little place, because we didn't go and do the tutorial on mine, because that tutorial is way too long. So that hole is important. I'll come back to that when I can, but I'm going to show you guys down here. This place has a few purposes. If you ever want to go back and do the tutorial again, you just come up here to Stiltskin and he can teach you again if you didn't do it the first time, but I already know how to play this game, so I don't like doing the tutorial. There's also a little pier here, which will be important later, which you can get boats from later, but this doesn't really affect us in the first year. Maybe in the second or third year, it'll be more important to us. But those are the two major things. Excuse me. Those are the two major things that we come here for, and also for this hole because it is another Moogle spot or another Moogle hole. For those of you who don't remember this from the first part, we basically are going to be going around and getting all the Moogle spots as well. So, please give me a Mog Stamp. And that one's in the far right. Top right corner. So if you see, we only have 3 spots, because we've only hit 3 places. And all 3 of them are in completely different sets. You're going to find that once you start out here. So. Sorry, I'm drinking water a lot. That's why I keep stopping. So basically, after that, there's really no other reason to stay here. I'll probably be coming here later in the Let's Play, but right now, that's all we pretty much had to do. So I didn't forget it later. So basically, when you come up here, next thing here is this little spot here at the top. And this here is a miasma stream. Now this is really important because this connects the other areas of the game together. And as you can see there's a little symbol there, right beside the icon, which shows you an element. Now that one's the element of water. If you have to change your chalice to that element in order to pass through the miasma stream. So, basically when I went over to Riverbell Path, the first thing I did was change my element to water when I found it. So, Mog doesn't show up here, so I'm the one who's carrying the chalice. But here you can just talk to Stiltskin and he'll tell you all about it. Oh, sorry. Confound it, a miasma stream. I can't stand these things. They're so irritating. We Moogles aren't fazed by miasma, but these places give us the creeps. But for you people, the danger of miasma is always on your minds, right? Travel would be more pleasant if we didn't have to worry about places like this. On the other hand, it would also be pretty dull without a challenge now and then. These streams can be a bother, but what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, right? Just normal shit that he says. But yeah, so basically, it's very, very intimidating. And if you don't have the right, what's it called? Ooh. Yeah, if you don't have the right element on your chalice, it would stop you halfway and you wouldn't be able to go further. So that's why it constantly pushes you in whichever direction. I just noticed something. Okay, I'm missing something here on my command list. I thought I put meat in there, but apparently not. Alright. So, then once you go through the first miasma stream, you get a diary entry for that too. The diary entries are going to pile up once you start coming across more important segments, but it's kind of a little record to tell you all the things that you've done. So right now we're in the next area, which is the Iron Mine Downs. So this is where the second and the third dungeon are located. You can take them in either order, but I always start with the first one here on the left. But before we go there, we're going to check out the first town, which is Mars Pass. Now Mars Pass is one of two towns that focuses on the Lilities. Alphateria is pretty much the official well, actually, both of these towns are pretty much about Lilities, but Alphateria is all about like the royal guard of the Lilities and stuff like that. It's complicated shit. But basically, the towns, they're pretty much like your home. You can go and talk to people, buy stuff, make stuff. I have a bunch of useless shit that I don't need, so I'm gonna start. I don't need the wheat seed. Vegetable seed, I'm probably gonna send that to my family so they can make me like a round corn or ground potato tree. I don't need the iron shield, and I think that's it. So I have 362 gold, but I have to see what I can craft. Hello, you're looking at the best blacksmith in town. Let me make weapons for you, okay? There's two blacksmiths in Mars Pass. There's one that's exclusive for weapons, and there's one all the way on the other side that's exclusive to armor. So I'm going to talk to the guy for weapons, because that's the one I'm more focused on. I can get the first weapon here, which is a partisan. It costs 100 gold, but I need a thing of iron. I know this guy had iron here, but I don't know how much that costs. Oh, Jesus Christ, really? It costs 500 gil, and I only have 362. Okay, instead of that, I'm going to go and check on the armor instead. This is something we didn't check in the multiplayer Let's Play, but this guy over here does exclusively armor. Let's see, bronze armor. Okay, I can do the bronze armor. It takes one thing of bronze to do either the gauntlets or the armor. I'm gonna do the straight armor and then equip that. And as you can see, it raised my defense again. The travel clothes here that you start out with only have a defense of 10. While the bronze plate has a defense of 13. So it slightly raised my defensive stat by 3. So I can destroy the travel clothes because you can't sell the travel clothes because they're already made. It's really stupid when you think about it, but now that that's settled, I just want to check something here. Maybe I can... no, I can't buy that. Do I really need the vegetable seed? No. Can't sell that. You can't sell the Phoenix Downs either, so just in case you're like, you have way too many of those, you'd want to sell them, but... Oh. I keep forgetting about this stuff, but there's a Moogle spot here too. The Moogle spot's right around this corner. You can miss it if you don't check the entire town. But yeah, there's one, you just crawl into this hole, and you get another Moogle spot. And the Moogle spots are like the one thing that's like, oh, what? He's asleep upstairs. Yeah, sometimes the Moogles will be in different areas here, but the Moogle spot is something I keep like missing. So, okay, another Moogle spot. Oh, so basically, this Moogle stamp that I just got is the only one in the set. So right there, I can play the minigame in multiplayer if I wanted to from this location. So he says, there's only one of this in particular Mog stamp, so you can play the minigame right away, Kupo. If you want to play the minigame, talk to a Moogle who stamped one of those matching Mog stamps, Kupo. But there's a catch, Kupo. You can only play this minigame in multiplayer mode, Kupo. You'll need to connect the Game Boy Advance to the really long list of things that we need to do to get multiplayer going, which is why I'm doing a single player run. while I wait for the others. Yeah, I got that. So basically, the multiplayer mode is kind of like Mario Kart, except with caravans. It's really funny. But yeah, you can do that in multiplayer mode. It's actually a really fun minigame. So maybe we can play that on the multiplayer run. The thing is, the reason they have it, what was it? The reason that they have that game only in multiplayer is because it just shows it on the Game Boy Advance screens, so the main screen doesn't show anything while you're playing that minigame. So yeah, I know the reason why they kept it to that, but I don't know. So leaving Mars, every time you visit a new city, you also get a new diary entry. So while we're here, before we start, I'm going to go over here. Oh, and then you also get random events that happen on the map. So let's see what my first random event is going to be. So right here, I'm coming across the caravan from Luda. Luda is the city of Selkies. So in the multiplayer Let's Play, that's what Chris's character is. Whoa! That was completely random, and that was... What? Wait. Alright guys. If you saw what just happened there, the screen just went white for like a fraction of a second. I did not plan that. I don't know what the fuck just happened there. Apparently they don't care either. Okay, anyways. There's two characters in this caravan. They're both women. Da-Yiz and Da-Yiz and Hana Cole. The Selkie names are really weird. That's why Chris just named his Nasher, but fuck it. Why, hello there. And oh, hello. Well, how are things going? And then you explain your shit, and they're like, why, you've been busy, haven't you? It's about time we got serious too. Yeah, we'll get a movie. Wait a minute. Fucking seriously? Okay, the element on their chalice is an unknown element. I guess that kind of makes sense where they're from. No one's gonna get what I'm talking about if you haven't played Crystal Chronicles right now, but I just find it really funny that we're still in the first year, and the first caravan you find has the mystery element. The mystery... I'll explain this shit when it happens later in the Let's Play, if I can remind myself that. But anyways, yeah, we'll get moving tomorrow. Right, well, see you around. Farewell. And anytime you come across a random event, you also get another diary entry. So, I remember in our multiplayer mode, the first caravan that we came across was the caravan from Fields of Foom, which are all the Clavats. So, there's that. Now, before we do that, I'm going to check the diary. So, why not? Let's check the diary. Let's go and read on all the shit that we have just done. So last time I checked through this, it was before we even went to the Riverbow Path. So in this one, it talks about Riverbow Path and how we fought the giant crab. And then this one, it talks about the Black Knight that we had to talk with Soul Rock about. And then it talks about the Miasma Stream on this one. This one talks about Mars Pass. And this one talks about the two Selkies that we ran into. By the end of the game, all of those memories are going to be pretty important to have. But right now, I'm going to save the game. I'm going to save the game before we go into the next... I keep missing my words. Before we go into the next dungeon. So, I'm going to go straight over, and this is the next dungeon right here. It is the Mushroom Forest. I don't play the Mushroom Forest that much. I don't really like it. Screw it. I hope I can find the Moogle spot in this, but... Alright, anyway, this is the intro.
When I was a child, I once asked my mother, where did I come from? She answered, why, we all sprouted from the Mushroom Forest, of course. Nightmares soon haunted my sleep. I dreamt that I was lost among the toadstools. I awoke in tears, but felt the warmth of my mother's embrace as she comforted me. It is something I still remember to this day.
So, fun fact about this game that not many people realize. Donna Burke, the woman who is, she's the woman who's narrating those cutscenes in the intro. She is the only person who has voiceover credits in this entire game. She is the only voice that you hear. You hear her during those intros, and you hear her during the opening of the game. But that's it. You don't hear her anywhere else. You don't hear any other voices other than those two spots, which I find to be kind of weird. Kind of cool, but kind of weird. So, I did that again. Okay, in the multiplayer level, we went right over here because I thought there was a treasure chest over here, but I was mistaken again. All right, so just go around. So if you don't know how to play this game, I'm going to run through this one a little quicker than I did the last one, because the last playthrough went on for a little longer than I expected. I'm going to be running through this one a lot quicker. So basically, if you don't know what I'm doing or how I'm playing the game, go back and watch the first part of the Let's Play if you haven't already. I basically explain how everything works, and like all the basic stuff about the game that you need to know before you start. It's all pretty easy. You can pretty much catch like what I'm doing as I go. So motherfucker. Alright, there. Okay. So right now, just going through the level. This level's a bit of a maze. I don't like it as much. I've mentioned this before. But, hold on a second. Okay, something I didn't mention in this is the ability to fuse spells together. It's required in this level especially. So when you have two spells like Blizzard and Thunder, or like Thunder and Fire, or any of those spells together, you'll get this option called Fuse, which allows you to mix the two spells together to create a specific powerful spell, like a better spell. This one here, if you mix like any of those, like Fire, Blizzard, Thunder, and any of those, you'll get this spell called Gravity, which basically works on flying opponents, which is what I need for right here with this character. You find some flying enemies, which you need to bring them to the ground before you can attack them, because when they're in the air, they're a little harder to hit. So I just got the Silver Spectacles, which is a defense stat, and I also picked up, if you didn't see it there, where was it? I just got a chunk of iron, so now I can go and create my weapon that I wanted. Whoa. Motherfucker. Hey. Okay. Sometimes some characters can hit you with, it's like, there's some enemies that have this kind of, they have an attack that can stun you for a second, and when that attack is about to hit, whatever part of them that's hitting with that attack, it'll shine like a yellow and purple. Like right there, you see that move that he just did? He'll do it again. Like, if I just stand here, boom. If he hits me with that, I'll just show it to you now. So, if he hits me with this, it stuns me for a second, which is not something that you want, so. But that's pretty much like the only attack that those guys have, so it's pretty easy to notice when they're gonna do it. Every character has their own little animations that you can recognize. Alright. Some of the enemies can also cast their own magic. Like the little hedgehog thing there can cast fire. Speaking of fire, I just found fire here. I'll switch out Thunder for Fire and split that for now. I need fire because the boss of this level is really weak to fire. But I also want to keep blizzard in there too because I can fuse it with... I can just fuse the two together to form gravity because there are more... what do they call flying enemies in this level. Actually, I just wanted to show something. Because if you saw me eating a bunch of different items and stuff like that, if you notice here from the first Let's Play, you see the top there where it says meat and ground potato, and they're both maxed out. Before, meat was at the top, and this time ground potatoes at the top because I've eaten more ground potatoes than I have meat. So both of those are maxed out. So you can actually max out all of the foods there. It takes a while, but you can max them all out pretty much. And when you do that, they can all heal you for like a lot of health, pretty much. Oh, okay. The flying guy hits you with a slow attack, which can be pretty annoying. I'm going to go ahead and back over to my command list. And I'm going to fuse those together. Okay, so I can... when you get hit with slow, it's like... It's really annoying. Because like before, I was only getting hit with like ×2. Like it only took me like ×2 to actually hit that magic, but then it took like 4 seconds to cast one spell. So it takes forever when you're hit with slow. You don't want to get hit with that. So as you can see right there, the little hedgehog there is casting fire. So the enemies can cast magic too. But that could be told from the beginning of the Let's Play. Because the crab was trying to hit me with thunder before. Oh, so right there's a clear orb, so that will work later when I actually get into the boss fight. Clear can like heal statuses and stuff like that. Think of this as like whatever the magic does in other Final Fantasy games, it does the same thing in this one. So like clear will heal your statuses, like fire magic, blizzard magic, like all that stuff. They all do the same thing in each Final Fantasy game. So that's basically what you have to remember. If you're going into this game as a Final Fantasy fan and like you don't really know how all this stuff works, it's basically the same equipment and all that, just done in like a gauntlet style action adventure game. That's what I can liken it to. All right, so I think I'm coming up on this area's Moogle spot. I think it might be right up here. Oh, so I get another Moogle pocket, I think. Yeah, I get another Moogle pocket. So with that, I'm actually just gonna add on another Phoenix down just in case. Fire and Blizzard. Alright, so I think, yeah. So the Moogle spot's right over here. So it's a spot with like a treasure chest on its own, and then there's a Moogle spot to the right of it. Okay. No, I already painted you. I don't need to paint you again. Alright. Okay, give me another stamp. Oh, so there's another stamp in the same selection on the far right. You see there, on the top right? It's another stamp in the set of 3 that's in there. So again, if I come back here when that third stamp is in that spot, then I can go and do the minigame. I can already do the minigame from Mars Pass because I had that one stamp there in the bottom right that basically only had one stamp to it, and I can play it anytime, but only from the Mars Pass area because that one only had one stamp. I know I'm starting to repeat myself, so I apologize in advance. Okay, alright, Mog, pick that up. Okay, so there's that, and from there on out, I think I can go safely to the boss without missing anything. The boss in this, if you guys saw the, what's it called? If you guys saw the multiplayer Let's Play, then you know that this boss, he doesn't move around. He Oh shit. Okay, that's not good. I forgot that that guy had an attack that can poison you. Okay, let me just... so basically when you're poisoned, your hearts up there in the top left turn like a purple-ish color, and you start losing health each second, so... I'm gonna keep going, and... hopefully I can heal up. Oh, what am I using gravity for? Okay, so I did heal up. Alright, that's good. I don't think I need to use gravity anymore. Another design for a novice weapon. I don't need that, but you'll find that there's a lot of stuff you start picking up, like, you get multiples of, like the bronze armor and stuff like that. So, okay, before, the boss is straight ahead, so, I think I'm gonna switch this for Cure. Yeah, I'm gonna switch it for Cure and keep Fire. Alright, so, we're gonna watch this boss scene. So, this guy is the Marlboro. He's like a plant-ish type of being. He's got a few different attacks. He's got spells that can pull you closer. He's got like a claw attack that can really screw with you. He's got a poison attack, which I really hate. He's really weak to fire, though. I'll say that. And he's got a slow attack, which is also really bad. He's got slow Aga, which is really... does a lot. Oh god, no. This one's very simple because he actually just stays in the same spot the whole time. Oh god. But when he keeps using slow Aga, you gotta go all the way to the other side of the screen. But he's really weak to fire. I'll say that. Like, it takes off a lot of HP. Even with my character and his, like, if you know... Oh, God, no. Oh, and he's also got this, like, darkness attack. Oh, God, no. Okay, that just screwed with me. You don't want to get hit by his poison attack, whatever you do. That's like the last thing you want. Because he's got a lot of shit that just comes at you. And if you move too far away, he starts pulling you back in, so... This slow Aga has a huge range to it, so it's something you really gotta watch out for. You have to make sure you're on the complete other side of the stage when he launches that. Because if there's even like some space between you two, like if you're not on the complete other side of the map when he launches that, he can hit you with it, like no matter where you are. Same thing with the poison. So, and but with every enemy in this game, they have like an animation that shows you what they're going to do. Like for his, when he launches the poison attack, he shakes around for a bit, Like, he spins around a bit, like you can see there. But all you gotta do is just hit him with one more attack, and he's dead. But yeah, if you know what the animations are before they do it, you can pretty much memorize their movements. So here's the next murder scene. Every time they go and get the drop of murder, it's pretty much the same scene. I'll talk over this one this time, because if you saw the first Let's Play, or the first part of the Let's Play, you pretty much know what's going on here. One thing I do love about this game is the graphics. Despite it being on the GameCube, it's got, like, there's specific parts to it that are really, really lovely. Like, I love the design of the characters, I love the design of the bosses, especially the Marlboro. He's got a really cool design for him. The Myrrh Tree is really lovely. It's a really lovely design there, too. Square Enix can do really good graphics, even with what little software they're working on, say like the GameCube or whatever. So as you can see, the chalice is now 2/3 full. So basically we only need one more drop of myrrh to complete the year. So basically every year you have to go and get 3 drops of myrrh, which means you have to beat 3 dungeons each year. So there we got another diary entry. And here we have another letter. Now I'm going to get a letter from my family, I believe. Because the first letter you get when you start off the game is from Roland. This one I get from my sister. It's a letter from my sister, Mimi. So I think this is the older sister? No, this is the younger sister. Alright. Oh, and she gave me a present too. How's the journey, brother? Are you eating well? Are you getting along with the others? Are you getting along with the others? Yeah, there's only one other person here, and that's the Moogle. I'm quite worried since I know how careless you can be. I'm sending you something. I hope it proves useful. And you'll know if they send you an item in that bottom right there of the letter. If there's a bag there. Take out strange liquid. Strange liquid doesn't give you that much. But it actually gives a lot if you're a Uke, but not that much if you're anyone else. So again, you have the responses. You can be nice or you can be a dick. I'm going to be nice, and I'm going to send an item. I'm going to send... what should I send? I should probably send the seed. I'm going to send a fruit seed, though. Since I do kind of want to up my abilities in magic. So, while that's there, I'm going to change around some stuff in my command list. Put another Phoenix down, and... let's change that to round corn. And while we're here, let's... oh, you can't eat stuff when you're in there, so... alright, finish that up, and then let's go get an artifact. So again, bonus, don't pick up anything, which I don't know how I got so many points for that, because I picked up a lot of shit. Alright, so next one here. Now, what's weird is that usually on Mushroom Forest they give you the Earth Pendant, but I'm not getting that on here. So, but what I am seeing is the Flame Tongue, which is the best thing here. When I'm playing these games, I always go for like certain things. When you're a Lilty, you should go for Strength. If you're a Uke, go for Magic. If you're a Selkie, go to Defense. But Clavets can go for pretty much anything, because you can build them any way you want. But basically, those three are built for their stats. Like, for their specific stats. And right here, everything is +1, except for the Flame Tongue, which is Strength +2, so I should definitely take that. I can't... if you saw, the Moogle Pockets were there twice, but I can't get that because I've already gotten it, unless there's another version of the Pocket. So, if it's a different Pocket, then I could have gotten it, but it was the Moogle Pocket again, so I couldn't get it. Anyways, guys, that's it for part 2. Hope you like it, or hoped you liked it. Sorry, my English is really bad right now. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye.